Hey everybody, it's Tim K back again with our good old friend 917-376-480, the old Craftsman push mower. Today we're going to cover some real simple basic maintenance that needs to be done frequently. The air cleaner should probably be checked about once a month. You should be checking your oil every time you use the mower, and you should change the oil about once a season. And now I'll show you how. Come along. Alright, we're going to open the air cleaner up here and change that. Only takes a minute. Zoom in so you can see what I'm doing here. There's one screw, it's a 5/16, or you can use a flat blade, whatever you have. It shouldn't be real tight. You just undo that. The screw does not come out. And you lift that whole cover out and there's your air cleaner. Okay? Just lift that little guy out. Now if you're changing it, you put a brand new one in. If you're just checking it on a monthly basis, see that? Smack it on the ground a few times, get the crap out of it. Okay, make sure all that loose stuff's out of there. And that's what came out of my air cleaner, just from banging it on the table. Do that once a month, your motor will live a long and happy life. So, we take the cover. The filter pleats go into the cover, like that. Right. Those tabs on the cover fit into these slots right here. So we just tuck it right in there, stand it up, and just gently screw that screw back in. That's it. You're done changing the air filter. Now we'll move on to the spark plug. Alright, we come around to the front of the mower. Got your spark plug right here. It's real easy to access. If you have a dedicated spark plug wrench like this, it's a little bit easier, but any standard 13/16 socket will do the same job. Just have to be a little more careful, that's all. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see the details. We're going to grab the spark plug wire, just gently pull it off. It's a little bit of a tight fit. It just snaps off. Just kind of tuck it out of the way. Take our socket, put it on the spark plug, and undo it. This particular motor, where are you? This particular motor right here uses an RJ19LM. The instruction manual calls for an unusual part number that's near impossible to find. This RJ19LM is the plug you need. You can get it anywhere. This is an RJ19HX. This is actually what the mower calls for. This is the RJ19LM that I took out, and you can see they're pretty much identical. For a lawnmower, they're fine. Now this is something you should always do with a new spark plug. You don't have to if you don't have the tools, but it's always good to check. This is a spark plug gapper. I don't know if you can read it, but right here it says 031, which is 0.031, which is almost what the manual calls for. Manual calls for a gap of 0.030. 031 is close enough. So what we're going to do, we're going to take that little feeler and we're going to fit it through that gap. And it should just be a tight, just a snug fit. See? Just catches. So that's just perfect. If you need to adjust it, you take this little tool here and either bend the tab down or bend the tab up to adjust the gap. Now here on my old plug, the gap's a little tight. So I'm going to take that tool, I'm going to grab a hold of that electrode, just give it just a tiny little tweak. See? Now I can just get my feeler through there. That's perfect. Now we take the new spark plug, put it in the hole, make sure you thread it in with your fingers because you don't want to damage the engine by getting it cross-threaded. Take your wrench, tighten it up, just good and snug, and you snap the wire back on. And you're all set. Now changing the oil is really straightforward too. You're going to need a pan. Lower the better. There's not a lot of oil in these things. I want to just take a rag and just wipe your oil filler stick off. Get this junk out of there because we don't want to get anything in the engine. We're going to take this stick out. Just wipe her off. Then you literally just take the mower, stand it right up on its side, and let the oil come running out. Be careful your fuel doesn't go running everywhere. It's better to do this if you don't have a lot of gas in the mower. When the oil's done running out, just stand the mower back up. Wipe everything off. Okay, now for oil, if you can find it, some stores actually carry genuine Briggs & Stratton lawnmower oil. That's always a good choice. If not, you can always stop at any parts store, get yourself a quart of just plain old SAE 30 motor oil. It's the same thing, probably cheaper. So, I'm going to put a funnel in there. And this thing holds only about a pint or so, so take it easy putting the oil in it. So if you overfill it, you're going to have to tip it back up to drain it back out. And we're just going to pour a little bit of oil in there. Let it drain. Let me grab the dipstick. Lock it in. And that it might look a little bit over full, but sometimes you have to give the oil time to drain down that tube. So just wipe the dipstick off and we'll check it again. Okay, you can see there, it's only just up to the add mark, so it needs a little bit more. Alright, it's had about 10 minutes to sit and drain. We'll check it one last time. We should be able to button it up. let it sit for about 10 minutes, topped it up once more. We'll check it one last time. And there you go. Right up to the full mark, right where it should be. Now you notice sometimes you get a little bit of mess up the back of the stick, but don't worry about that. Just as long as it's up to that top hole. Now after changing the oil, you might find it a little bit hard to start, or it might even smoke a little bit. That's normal. When you tip the carburetors up on their side, they don't like it. But other than that, this girl's ready to go for next summer. See you in the next video.